Right now, inflation is out of control. And I mean, we all know this, except probably Jeff Bezos, you know? Yeah, he probably treats bank accounts the same way the rest of us treat closet spaces. Like, oh, where do I keep my winter dollars? There's no more space. But for everyone else, inflation hurts. Prices are skyrocketing. Wages aren't keeping up. And it turns out it's not just America. This is happening all over the world, which is weird because Fox News told me that Joe Biden is the only reason we have inflation. So that means he's also causing it in Denmark? Damn you, Joe! Now, one country in particular that's been struggling is the United Kingdom, right? Where railway workers have been demanding an increase in their pay to help deal with inflation. But their demands have been ignored. So this week, they took action.
Britain faces its biggest rail strikes in 3 decades after last-minute talks between a union and train companies failed to agree on pay. Up to 40,000 staffers staged a walkout in a protest over pay and job security.
Good morning from a quieter than normal Paddington station, where just 1 in 5 services will be running, as indeed they are around the country.
The Prime Minister has told his cabinet these strikes are wrong and unnecessary.
I want to say something about the rail strikes that are today causing significant disruption and inconvenience up and down the country, making it more difficult for people to get to work, risking people's appointments, making it more difficult for kids to sit exams, all sorts of unnecessary aggravation this is going to cause.
Yes, it's preposterous. I need those trains to get to my illegal work parties. How else am I supposed to spread COVID? I mean, think about it. This is really ridiculous. This is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely. Yes, British railway workers are on strike. And now, British people have no way to travel to their silly-sounding towns. Yeah, there's no way someone from Barton-in-the-Beans can travel to Giggleswick or to Upton Snodsbury or even to Netherwallop. How will they get to Netherwallop? But for real though, for real. The truth is, a railway strike is actually really serious, right? Because it is crippling for the UK. So many of its people depend on the trains. You know? And I know you guys think British people just get around on flying umbrellas, but that's just the nannies. The people need the trains. And please, don't get me wrong, I also understand that this train strike inconveniences countless people in the UK. But you know who's also inconvenienced, right? Because people are complaining. In the UK, they're like, oh, these people need to get back to work. This is terrible. Just get back to work. But the train workers are inconvenienced. You realize train workers in the UK can't afford to make ends meet anymore. And there's many of them who haven't gotten a pay increase in 10 years. So if now's not the time to get a wage increase, and 10 years ago wasn't the time, and then nothing in between was the time, then when is the time? Right? Because I don't care what anybody says. I really don't. It's not fair for somebody to work a full-time job but not be able to make ends meet, especially when your bosses make millions in profits. Like, if you can't afford to live, then what's even the point of working? You only work so that you can live. That's why it's called making a living, right? Working without living is like being a parent, but there's no kid. Yeah. Think about it, like parents. Every parent knows that being a parent is miserable, but then your kid, they smile at you or they do something for the first time and you're like, oh, it's all worth it. Oh, it's so adorable. But imagine if there was no child, huh? Imagine if there was no child, but you still got woken up in the middle of the night by screams out of nowhere. And there's nothing. Or just every now and again, there's just diapers filled with shit everywhere in your house. And you just be like, there's no child. What am I doing this for? What's the point? And that's what these workers are going through. So this train strike is a big deal. It is affecting customers. It's affecting employees. It's affecting the British economy. But you know, a lot of people don't realize, you know who this also affects? The British trains. Boop, boop. Now that I've stopped working, I've had a lot of time alone with my thoughts. And I've realized, what the hell am I? I'm a train. I'm Thomas the train, but I have a human face, but where's the rest of my body? Do I have arms somewhere? Do I have a penis? Is it a human penis? Or is it a train penis? Help me, somebody! Help me find my train penis!